Smart people, dare to be different.
Hello, Your Excellency. We decided to come to the office and know or feel how your day is like. So if you can please let us into your typical day in the office.
Well, the role of the Vice President is to assist the President in the conduct of his duties. And so you do mostly programs assigned, responsibilities assigned to you by the President. And the President has assigned me a lot of responsibility. I'm Chairman of the Armed Forces Council, Chairman of the Police Council, Chairman of the Economic Management Team, Chairman of the Decentralization Steering Committee.
That's 4.
Chairman of the Ghana AIDS Commission.
5.
Yeah, Chairman of the Environmental and Natural
6.
Resources Council. I mean, there are so many of them. There are about 11 different sectors and agencies that I have to supervise. And so often my day is taken with meetings with stakeholders and players in the various sectors that I supervise. Hectic days are Thursdays when we have cabinet. It goes on all day. And then on days we have economic management team meetings. But in between that, you know, there are various meetings with the various sectors, energy, you know, tariff regulation, PURC, you know, the communication sector, agriculture, and different other different, you know, responsibilities. There are also courtesy visits. There are people who want to call on the President, but he is not in a position to meet with them, and so he refers it to me. And so you have to receive them, listen to them, and you send their messages back to the President. And if there are any follow-up actions, he could ask you to undertake them. And then they're also representing the President in various functions at festivals, cultural functions, sending messages to the Otumfuo Eminent Chiefs Committee. I mean, just so many. And then we also have field trips to visit locations where issues that are key to the growth of our economy are taking place. Last week, for instance, I was in Brongahafo to look at the work EDIF is doing there, and also visited Ghana Nuts company, which is...
I saw you on the TV and you were eating something.
I was eating, yeah, butternut squash.
Oh, okay.
There's this, I don't know if it's a vegetable, I think it's a vegetable called butternut squash. It's eaten widely in Europe.
Yes.
And during the winter months, they can't get enough of it because they can't grow it extensively. And so there's a company that has commissioned EDIF to get growers here to produce the butternut squash for the European market for export. They've exported already. They did a 15-acre test plot, and they've exported 2 40-footer containers, and they're harvesting another between 3 and 5. So for a 15-acre plot, you know, it's producing almost 7 40-footer containers. And if you go to the local market here, the supermarket, they sell some in the shopping mall, and one butternut squash is selling for 4 cedis. And so,
all of this. Do you have time to investigate into all of this?
Well, it's my responsibility to help the President succeed, and the only way you can do that is to extend your awareness, you know, to everything that is going on. And so, yes, I make it my business to know everything.
I'm sure your boss will be very proud of you.
Well, hopefully.
Yes, I realize that a lot of people come to your office.
Aside from the official responsibility you have, I mean, we are in a developing country, and so a lot of the time people have problems they want sorted out, and they believe that it's only at the highest level they can have them sorted out. And so more often than not, they'll bypass the sector ministers and come straight to the presidency, and often it's difficult to turn them away. So we do leave some time for meeting people, and the issues they come with are varied. Issues at the local level, you know, issues to do with investment. They've got somebody who wants to invest, and they're having challenges at the ministry because, you know, people are not listening to them, and so on and so forth. So you see a lot. And then, of course, the cases of I can't pay my school fees. I came to you, Vice President, to pay my fees for me. My wife is in hospital. She's delivered a baby. They won't release her until I pay. I mean, day-to-day issues. I want a car. I hear the auction cars at the port. I want you to give me one. You know, I mean, they're just varied, yeah. But it's all in the day's work, you know, for a vice president.
But I used to think it was very difficult for people to reach the presidency. But it seems it's very, you people are a bit liberal.
Yes, the thing is, you can't cut yourself off from the society. And so, even though it creates a lot of distraction, you know, because everybody wants to take 10 minutes of your time, you know, to discuss their personal problems. But there are thousands and thousands of them. And so that 10 minutes is multiplied by 1,000. And so if you just open it up, then you end up doing no work. You know, at the same time, you must not close it entirely, you know, because you should be reachable by the people. And so somewhere in between there, there's a fine line where you make yourself as open as you can, but also creating enough space for you to do the work that you're supposed to do. And so often we have special assistants and advisors. Yeah. And so sometimes if you're not able to meet people, you can refer them. They don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, when they come, they want to see the president or the vice president, you know, but sometimes it's just not possible. Yeah. And so you have to refer them to a special assistant or an advisor. And often, sometimes when they meet, they say it's personal. You can't tell anybody unless he sees the person himself. It's not easy.
It's an honor sitting in front of the vice president. So if I come here to see you and they push me to a special advisor, I will definitely be upset because it takes. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Smart people always be different.